How Charlottesville Got Its Theater Back by Jane Goodman. Dedicated to the memory of Leslie Gillum for her love of theater and unwavering support of the Paramount. Prologue. The Paramount Theater stood on Main Street in Charlottesville, Virginia. It was a proud and glorious theater and gave the townsfolk many days and nights of joy and happiness. Until one day, autumn arrived on time that year. A cold, shrill wind blew down Main Street from the Blue Ridge Mountains. It blew into the theater and rustled the gold velvet curtain where Murphy, the theater's only resident, slept. Suddenly, Murphy was awakened by a big noise. Bang! A man was hammering big boards over the theater's doors. Bang, bang, bang! The townspeople hung their heads in sadness and sighed. Their beautiful theater was closed. Inside, Murphy sat alone in his favorite dusty seat, waiting for the show to begin. He waited a very long time, but the curtain never rose that night. All he saw were spiders spinning webs and a row of ants toting dust balls across the dark, empty stage. With a tear in his eye, Murphy packed his belongings and moved to the library across the street. For many years, the Paramount stayed dark, while the town changed around it. People strolled the downtown mall every day, barely pausing as they passed it by. The theater was quiet and cold. Inside, there were no children, no music, no laughter. One afternoon, as the dogwoods awoke from their winter sleep, a town meeting was called in the library to decide the fate of the theater. Murphy peered out the stacks to see what the commotion was all about. The people were chattering all at once. "Tear it down," someone shouted. "We can't tear it down," others exclaimed. This went on for hours. One tiny voice rose above the din. "We could save it." There was silence. "Save it," someone said. "That's it. We must." Then another voice chimed in, and another, and another. "But this will cost a lot of money. We could sell cookies." "Huh! We would have to sell 1,000,000 cookies." "It will take a miracle." But they knew that together they could do it. The townsfolk rolled up their sleeves and set to work, side by side. They planned picnics, parties, and pony rides to raise the money to save their beloved theater. Even Murphy put on a show. More and more people joined in. They gathered wood and nails, paint and velvet. They swept and scrubbed. They sawed and hammered. They hung lights and curtains. They dusted the dressing rooms and painted the lobby. The theater began to shine again. One magical evening, the townsfolk gathered in front of the theater with their children and grandchildren. The marquee lit up in a blaze of color. Beams of light crisscrossed the starry sky. At last, it was opening night. The townsfolk danced and cheered. Murphy joined in the celebration and squeaked with delight. Oh, what a beautiful night! Yes, the Paramount Theater reopened, and from that night on, it stayed open for one and for all. In some ways, it did take a miracle. It took one little voice, then another, then another. If the town had not joined together, the Paramount Theater might still be dark. Believing that miracles can happen is how Charlottesville got its theater back. While our stage is dark, our blade and marquee continue to shine bright as the hope for the future. During these unprecedented times, we ask that you would please consider a donation to the Paramount Theater to help continue the impact it has on our community and all of us in it. Thank you.